All right, welcome back to my opinion. Um, this little video is not going to be about a particular gun. I am going to do a review on a couple of guns, hopefully this weekend. Uh, 43 Glock 43 and a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. But this little video is, I've been watching the Fetterman, Dr. Oz campaign in Pennsylvania. And you would think after Biden and his cognitive mishaps that after watching the attempt of a debate between Oz and Fetterman, that people would figure that out. That Democrats, now I get the ultra liberal, they're going to vote for anyone other than, no matter what, they would vote for a corpse before they would vote for Oz, simply because he's a Republican. So I understand that part. But for the race to be that close, like 47, 43, something like that, for it to be that close, considering Fetterman has had a stroke and it's obvious, not only in that debate, okay, you could say that debate, maybe it was a bad day, but then he was also on a news station answering some questions, and it wasn't Fox or Newsmax or something like that. Um, you could tell he shouldn't be uh, running for any kind of office. He should be resting and recuperating. But that's not who I blame, really, ultimately. It just amazes me that Democrats, excuse me, sorry about that. It just blows my mind, pun intended, well, sort of, that it's that close, that people are actually going to vote for this guy in his condition. I do not get that. You know, I remember when Trump was running in 2016, Democrats were talking about his cognitive level. And Trump quickly showed that he had no problem with his cognitive level, running his mouth and maybe not being so couth like most of us expect politicians to be, even though we've had many great politicians like Teddy Roosevelt, for example, who were very uncouth, carrying a big stick. Um, it just blows my mind. I cannot believe people are actually voting for some of the people. AOC. Now, cognitively, she's fine, but she was a 20-something-year-old bartender. And that's okay, that's fine. In the lower offices, winning maybe, different on school boards, and then maybe, becoming a state representative, things like that eventually. And then, but you can see with AOC, she's so far out there, it's unbelievable. She's unrealistic. When you're 20 some years old, you're kind of unrealistic, which is one of the good things about being 20 some years old. You're not all beat up by reality. But at the same time, you've got to have someone in reality who's running a country or helping run a country. Ilhan Omar. I mean, anybody else would have made the statements about, Israel and Jews, and we would have kicked them out of everything. I'm not saying kick her out. She's entitled to free speech, in my opinion. She can say whatever she wants and shouldn't be any repercussions. I'm all for free speech for everyone, not just for you know, someone who dresses up like a clown and goes and reads horrible, nasty school books, not school book, but nasty books to small children and scares the daylights out of them. And you can watch these children in these drag show type library readings. They just have the look on their face of what in the hell. But anyway, back to the topic. Yeah, I can't believe people are voting for people who clearly aren't all there. I don't get it. And if any of you are liberals or Democrats, or you support any of those questionable people, make a comment. Just maybe help me out. Is Trump, for example, is Trump, and I can get, choosing someone over Trump because Trump rubs people the wrong way. It's hard. I like DeSantis because he's a little more, he's direct, but he's not so insulting. But don't get me wrong, I'm very pro-Trump, and I will vote for Trump 2024. I would have a hard time choosing if it was DeSantis Trump in the primaries. But if it's Trump DeSantis on the same ticket, oh man, wow, that's going to be a great one. Democrats, liberals, if there's any of you watching this, do you not get that you're actually destroying your own party? I mean, I would like to see both parties either dissolved or have a minimum of 5-party system so that we don't have such a monopoly. Like, the Founding Fathers had many parties. Parties weren't the ultimate thing with George Washington, and the other Founding Fathers. Parties were not really a consideration. There was a bunch of different parties, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But do you not realize that, by sponsoring and supporting these people like Fetterman, Biden, that you're losing trust of anyone who's even a Democrat who's kind of, looking at this and go, look at Bill Maher. Bill Maher's is liberal, and just like he says, Bill Maher hasn't changed. The Democrat Party and the liberals have changed. Y'all are ruining all the good things about you guys. And, I'm liberal in some ways. I'm very pro free speech. I'm very pro gay rights. I'm very pro, I'm kind of a Spartan when it comes to abortion. And I'm not going to explain that. I don't hold it against friends if the baby looks like they're going to come out and have a horrible life. I support that. I don't think you should be doing it at 9 months unless you don't find out until then. Then I get it. But, if you got pregnant and you wait till 8 or 9 months and that baby was going to be healthy, do it before then. But if you find out at 8 months the baby's going to be Quasimodo or something, I get it. And sorry if I offend any of you, but, that's my opinion. But yeah, you got to realize when you're supporting all these people and all these weird things like defunding police, are you out of your minds? Have you lost your minds? You're only hurting everything that might have been good about you. But anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think, especially about supporting people like Fetterman and Biden, who clearly, 80 million votes, Biden, I'm still not buying that. But like, share, and subscribe, and leave me some comments. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye. And remember, stay safe and be safe.